Conferences are dead. Long live communities. Welcome back. How you doing? Happy Friday. I appreciate having you here. My name is Clark. It's another version of T-Log. I'm coming from HQ2, as you can tell. And like yesterday, heading back from the doctor. Again, useless information, but you know what? We need to take care of ourselves as we get older, in my case, a little fatter. Conferences are dead. That's a pretty outlandish statement, but I don't know. Think about it. Like, what's a conference? Like, at its root, what does it really mean? Why do you go to one? Why, as a conference organizer, am I sitting here saying conferences are dead? You know, the past year, 2 years have taxed the system. It's people, the members, businesses, conferences, just kind of that whole fabric. I think it's a good tax in that it creates disruption. It creates an opportunity and space for innovation. And you could say, well, how are you innovating on a conference? But we're a community. But, you know, how you think about it, how you operate, what you do, what your core values are, your mission. Those are all things that are important, right? They're important to the people, the members of that community. You know, I look at conferences and I think of, you have this wide spectrum from corporate-backed, corporate motive of our platform. You have ones that are just straight up education. You have things like us, which are more about kind of community and networking and exposure. And we sit in a day where, like, you need to question education. Like, I wouldn't tell you to come to that conference to get educated. I would tell you to come to that conference to hear other experiences or others' experiences. I would tell you to come to grow a network, to maybe get a business deal. I wouldn't tell you to come to get educated. There are better places for that. There are better mediums depending upon who you are. Maybe you work better by doing, or YouTube, watching, Udemy, going to school. Like, there's not one way anymore. There's a ton of ways. And I always tell people, like, our conference is a family reunion. It's a time where people can get together and have this high fidelity conversation. And we've seen players in this market just pull out, right? Microsoft has decided to not be in person now for a number of years. Okay, COVID's part of it. You have O'Reilly, who just, the minute they had a window to kill it, they killed it. A bad, good? I mean, it didn't meet their business objective. And their business objective was, you know, monetary. And they felt like, well, I can't speak for them, but it was different than our objective, which is to grow the community. You have to ask yourself, right? Is the conference that you attend, does their motive align with your motive? You think about it, you know, just like we go to work. Does your passion align to the company's passion? I ultimately left an insurance company because I didn't care about insurance. I cared about tech. So I went to a company who cared about tech. So my interests were in alignment with their interests. I think about our conference. Is our passion aligned with the people who are there? We want people who want to help people succeed. We want to grow the community. I think now, because what we see is so many new things, so many new abilities, that.us and Discord and all there's a ton of different things. You see this explosion in communities, whether micro or macro. And that's great because there's no boundary to how a tribe of folks gets together and supports one another. And arguably, that's more important than a conference, right? A conference is just this collection of things in time and point in time, but a community is something that should last forever. In fact, it was the driving reason why we started That.us, because we wanted to support our community every day of the year. We wanted to give them a platform to where they could operate, if you will, every single day of the year, not just wait for the next event. And thus, when we're at an event, we think about what we do at an event. Like, what things are really true to that medium? What things are really great in that medium? What things do we really not need just because they were historically something that somebody may have done? Are conferences dead? No, they'll exist. We as humans need one another. Is the notion of a conference dead? Yeah, I think so. I think they're either people in a community getting together, or it's an event where there's some corporate motive. It's not that the corporate motive is bad. It's just that's what it is. I'd be the first one to tell you, find your community. Find your tribe. Find your people that will support you, because getting that support any day of the year will yield you a much bigger result than maybe a few days away. But having said that, the few days away may pull you and may find you your tribe. And we as humans, we as people, we need other people. We need help. We need support. We need mentorship. We need leadership. We need exposure, opportunities. We need all those things to grow, whether that's mentally, physically, in our careers, in our families. They're all so important to who we are and to how we operate, that if you are here watching this and you don't have a tribe, why? Why are you scared? Go find your tribe. That's my Friday inspiration. Find your community. Feel free to join ours. Curious if you think the same. That's my Friday. I appreciate you coming here every day. I appreciate you watching. Leave some comments below. Have a kick-ass weekend. Find your tribe. If you need help, hell, hit me, DM me, ask me. I would love to help you find your tribe. With that, I got a pile of work to do. I'm out. Thanks for watching.